Hey everyone, my name is FogieFierce and welcome back to the channel. Today we are building a house with the starter money that they give you in The Sims 4. I have never actually built a house from the beginning. I usually just jump into a game or I just build because I'm not really a builder. I'm not really a gameplay girly. I'm a builder girly, so this is what I've challenged myself to do because I've never had a budget before. So this is something. Originally, I struggled with the shape of how I wanted everything. I put a bunch of lights because, I have to see what I'm doing. I usually don't put lights, but I figured for the build, like for the video, I would do that. And then I like the tile. Everything, my biggest issue was not realizing how much everything costs. Like spandrels, I didn't realize they cost that much, so I just broke the wall down. I made everything smaller. You'll notice a lot through this video that I'm cutting a lot of size. And then I realized why is this tub so much money? Anyway, you'll realize throughout this video that I cut down a lot of the rooms from the beginning because I didn't realize how much money I would need. And also this is a little difficult because I don't have a budget. So it's hard to be like, oh, I am going to take this money and do this here and then take this money. You know what I mean? So it was a little difficult to try and figure out what I was actually going to end up with and how I was going to execute my ideas because I have a lot of thoughts. Whether or not they come true is a whole different story. I'm not an executioner. I'm more of a thinker. I shrunk those rooms because they were a little big and I was like, let me just save some money because I knew I wasn't going to have enough room to decorate how I wanted. Like I tried to do this half wall thing to try and have like a eat-in kitchen area, but then I realized I'm not going to have a living room, so I just got rid of that whole plan. And I usually forget to put either a stove or a fridge. So I'm really proud of myself for doing both of those. If you forget things, let me know because I feel like I always forget something. I really like this color. I didn't realize how many swatches these beds had. And then the fact that the paint matched perfectly was so crazy. Then I struggled with the dressers because they are way too expensive for my liking. So I used this cabinet instead to kind of look like an armoire. And then I put 3 over here, but then I was like, I don't think anyone has that many clothes when they first buy a house. So I just shrunk the whole room. That's the trade-off. You don't have that many clothes, so you get a smaller room. Get shrunken. Nailed it. And then I put this, then I was like, I'm going to make this a bedroom and immediately changed my mind. Like immediately. And I made this a bedroom and I knew I wanted an office. So I think I left that to be an office. And then I also didn't realize these swatches kind of matched perfectly too. Which I guess makes sense because this is all base game, by the way. I made the whole house out of base game. So that was exciting. I usually do make base game houses because up until recently I haven't had any packs. So I was always just like, I'll make this out of base game. I can do this out of base game, which I'm not wrong. I mean, I feel like thus far, we've definitely gotten a lot of cool looking things from base game. I love this couch, but I didn't think it was going to fit the vibe here. So I got rid of it. But I do love the swatches for that couch. Also for TVs, it's really easy to just size it up. They got that on Black Friday sale. So then I knew I wanted to separate the room here, but I didn't know how, so I just put the bookshelf to try and like make it a little separate because I'm not a big fan of walking into the living room, but here we are. I mean, it's a starter house. What are we gonna do? I also I knew I was gonna have an issue with the windows, which is why I put it off for so long. I didn't want to make the windows and then like have to change the whole room and then I have to, which I think ends up happening anyway. So I was correct in not wanting to do that. I changed everything to wood. I usually go black and white for houses, but I knew I wanted to, again, this is a challenge. I didn't want to do the same thing I always do. So I definitely had to change a lot of things that I usually do to try and get what I wanted done. I also did a lot of debug stuff. So I did a little cheaty McGeady here. I did debug. I don't think that's really technically cheating. Like it could have been thrifted, like you first buy a house, you can thrift a lot of things. I don't know. I'm thinking like dollar store. Like that's how my mind works. Like I didn't actually just get it for free. I got it from like a family member or the dollar store or something. I don't know. And then I really tried to spruce up this bathroom because I knew that the bathroom was like kind of plain looking. But I just didn't know what to do because it was too big, but I didn't want to make it smaller because I really did want this to be kind of like a luxury-ish house, like a fancy house. I had an idea for the house. I just didn't know how I was going to execute it or if it was going to fit the budget. And in my last video, I talked about this. I don't know how people free place things so easily. It takes me forever to do so, and they do it seamlessly. I got rid of those robes because I felt like they weren't just fitting the vibe. These things are so cute. They're debugged, but they're so cute, I think, personally. I love this light. I think I've put it in like a lot of my builds so far. And this one too, I think that definitely gives bathroom body works. It gives it gives bathroom body works. No, it gives bathroom vibes. I feel like, you know, like a vanity kind of thing. And here is where we start going south, because what is even happening here? Like, why did this one work? The one on the bottom work? That's where I wanted it to be. And then this one on the top was just not cooperating. So now it's on punishment. You're punished. Anyways, now we're back in the living room because I wanted to center everything. And this is when I was like, you know what? Let's get rid of this bookshelf. It wasn't really doing what I wanted it to do anyway, so it was fine. And then I tried to center everything again. I actually did fix it, I think, after this video because it still wasn't centered. So I realized, don't worry. Then I put a little coat rack. This was the problem. I kept going back and forth between decorating and not decorating and like actually building. So that's where you'll see most of my like going back and forth on, especially on Twitch. My partner and I just argued the whole time because my partner's like, you have to make a $2 house. And I'm like, no, it's not possible. But then I took it to the outside for a little bit. I really wanted those lakes because I had a feeling I wasn't going to be able to decorate how I wanted it to. I wanted a pool or some kind of body of water, but I didn't know if that was really going to work out. I also apparently wanted a 2-car driveway. I have really big hopes for this house. Like, imagine this is your actual real life starter house. I mean, don't think about it now. Think about it when it's done. Then it looks more like a house and not like a bunch of shrubs. You know what else I was thinking about? It's really funny because, like, could you imagine actually building this house in real life? Like, you put up a wall and then you knock it down. Then you put up another wall, then you knock it down. Then you rearrange the entire front yard. Like, I just planted all those trees over there, all those shrubs over there, and then I just moved it. Like, can you imagine how expensive that actually would be? Here's where I actually stepped out of my comfort zone a little bit because I usually go black and white, like I said, and I didn't do that. And I'm very proud of myself because it looks nothing like any house I've ever made, and yet somehow you could tell it's like a my build. And then I struggled for at least a half an hour with this stupid roof. You know, I really miss the auto roof tool. I'm just gonna throw it out there because look at this. This is my first attempt, and then I was like, I feel like this looks silly. Although in hindsight, it doesn't look that bad. I probably could have just fixed the right side that I'm trying to fix now, and it would have been okay, but it was just upsetting me too much. So here we are. This is what it looks like now. Then I put a bunch of debug flowers. I thought that was cute. I wanted to use these, but I don't think I ended up using them. I really like these flowers. Like, they're my favorite they're actually in regular game, but you have to pay for those. So I used the debug ones. And I just stuck them all over the place to like kind of fill that area up. And then I put this little light because it's so cute. I think it fit perfectly with everything. I don't know why I put these rocks. I think I always put rocks to kind of like break up the flowers because I know I go crazy with the flowers and then it just looks like a bunch of flowers. And then I found these. I don't know if you saw right before I changed the rocks, like right before I put up the rocks, I found these. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is actually perfect because I don't know if you saw The Sims in the beginning, but one of them is giving like artsy girly. So she definitely made these and is like, you know, showcasing them in the living room. I mean, what is this? The kitchen. And this is very much, it gives kitchen light to me. So I put that there. And then I put these lights. Lamps are the ones that have a leg. So I put these lights in the bedrooms because I felt like they just gave bedroom vibes. And now we're on the outside. I think we popped back in the inside a few times, but mostly the outside now because I knew I wanted a pool. I wanted a pool so bad in this house. Everyone was like, the whole chat was just like, no, you're not going to be able to fit a pool. And I was like, watch me. And then I tried to put these chairs with this debug table and it did not work. So then we had to get rid of that because apparently it didn't work. So we got rid of it, I think, eventually. We get rid of it eventually. We get rid of it now. It's gone. Okay. And I tried to do this fence. And the fence, I'm running low on funds. I don't know if you could see it. It kind of cuts off. I don't know why it cuts off, but I'm at like, I'm in the hundreds at this point. Now look, I can't even put this fence. It doesn't make, nothing made sense. I was getting so frustrated. And then, oh, no, no, no. I found this debug fence and it is glorious, glorious, glorious. Yes, yes, look at it. And it's gonna solve all my life problems, my hair problems, my skincare problems, all of it right here in this moment. Look, boom, skincare fixed, boom, hair done, boom, nails done, easy clap. Y'all don't even know. This really changed the whole game of the outside because it was about to look crazy. Like, it was about to look all sorts of wild. I had that tiny fence. I don't know if you saw it. I had a tiny fence and then I took out the chairs. It was about to look real wild, but I think it definitely clutched with this debug fence. So then I put a little bit more shrubs because I am a shrub girly. I don't know. It just looks so naked, you know? So I had to do a little something, you know what I'm saying? I didn't give him a ladder, but apparently in Sims 4 you don't need one, which is fine because I don't have money for it. So here we are. And then I tried to put some more shrubs, but I don't think I ended up keeping these. I'm not sure. But look, see, doesn't that look like a real fence? Like I actually paid for this fence. Isn't that great? And then I decided to decorate the outside a little bit more because I didn't have the funds, but I really, really wanted to make it look like, you know, like you know, like, like I didn't spend 20K on it. Like I spent like actual money on it, you know? So here I am decorating it a little bit. I did go back and fix these. Don't you fret. I don't know. I think it was after stream I fixed it because I did a walkthrough at some point and I was like, whoa, that's very uneven. So we fixed it. Well, here I am fixing up the backyard a little bit. And, you know, if you've watched this far and you want to check out the Twitch, like, hit me up, twitch.tv/FogieFierce. This is the walkthrough. I put a bus in all my builds. This time it's underwater. I'm under the water. And this is what it looks like. This is the kitchen. This is the living room. I love the coat racks. And this is the bathroom. I actually really like how the bathroom came out. Debug plunger definitely came in clutch. This is the hallway. This is the guest bedroom because they don't have kids. It's just 2 adults right now and they're engaged. This is the office, the home office. I think that came out pretty cute. This is the bedroom. I put 2 pictures on top of each other and actually that came out like nice. I like how that came out. And this is the 2-car driveway. And then around the corner we have look, see, I told you. I fixed it though, I promise. This is the backyard. And oh my God, I just love how it came out. Like, this is with 20K, y'all. If you watch this far, please type Struggle Buster in the chat. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.